Hey friends, it's Miss Shaquin. Today I am going to do a little drawing lesson on how to make some snowmen for a snowman huddle. Kind of like if you were in sports or something and you huddle around each other. So that's just kind of a different perspective or way to view it. Because normally you see snowmen just face on. So we're going to do kind of the huddle, like you're looking up into it. I don't have an example already made, so we're going to do it together. But if you saw on the thumbnail of this video before you clicked play, there's a picture of the final example. So go ahead and get out your drawing paper, and you'll need a pencil. I'm going to make a frame around my paper. If you're doing this project for original works, I think it looks really nice when you have a frame around it, because when it gets printed on you know, a mug or a magnet, whatever it is, having a frame just gives it kind of very clear edges. I think it just makes it look nice. You don't have to, of course. If you don't have a ruler at home, use anything with a straight edge. Just make sure that you hold it down well, because it's a bummer when it moves when you're trying to use it. But that's why we use a pencil. If you want, you can keep these little corner sections, or you can erase them. Sometimes it's fun to do an extra little design in them, but maybe if you want to just keep it real simple, then erase them. So what I'm going to do is decide how many snowmen I want in my huddle. And I might do my paper horizontally, so the long way. And then this is vertical, so horizontal. I think it might be nice to do 5, because I have a couple brothers and a couple sisters and then me. I'll make it a sibling huddle. So for each snowman, I'll need to do a head. I'm going to, so imagine it like they're all kind of in a circle. So I'm going to put my 5 snowman head in a circle. So I'll do 1, 2, and since there's 5, it's kind of like the points on a star. 3, 4, and 5. Okay, their heads will be right here, and if you need to make any adjustments, like if your circle's not quite as round as you would like, that's fine. But snowmen, they are not perfect. So if yours isn't perfect, then no worries. Okay, next we need to do the second layer. So you know how there's this head and then more of a medium-sized ball of snow. So I'm going to do it like the body's leaning in. So the circle would go all the way around, and I'll just stop at my edge. So I have the 1, and I need to do it this way. I'll do a curve, curve out. I'm making them a little bigger. This one's way back here. I'll just do tiny curved lines because we're imagining it's a circle. They're all kind of leaning over in their little snowman huddle. And my last one. Okay, one term we use in art is unity. So that is, that's kind of what brings everything together, makes it the same. There's unity in this because they're all snowmen, of course. They're all about the same shape. That has unity. But we want some variety too, and variety is what makes it different. So when I think about how I'm going to do these faces, I'm going to think about variety. So maybe for this one, I'll do just a standard carrot nose. And you can do them individually, one at a time, or you can just go around. Maybe for this one, I want to give him a button nose. That kind of looks silly, almost looks like a little piggy. For this, maybe I'll do a carrot, and you can do them all carrots and then just give them different kinds of headwear. Maybe this one has a clown nose. Okay, and then the eyes, you could do a variety of things. You could do them the same. You could just do dots for the eyes if you want. You could do kind of the curved lines like they're smiling. And actually, in retrospect, I don't like the button one. I'm just gonna do carrots. I'm gonna give it unity, some more unity, in the fact that they are all carrots. But I might add some hats on one. Maybe I want a pirate patch on this one. That could be creative. There are so many different things you could do. This one, you could have them looking down. You could do big eyes, little eyes, cartoony eyes. That kind of looks like a bird. Maybe I'll just do a dot. Go ahead and feel free to experiment, friends. I don't want you to feel like the first thing you try is exactly what you have to stick with. If you notice, I'm experimenting, and maybe you want to do dots for a mouth. Maybe you want to do just a normal smile. Maybe you want to add some eyelashes. Add variety to your snowman. I tried a normal smile and I tried the dotted one. I think I like the dotted one, kind of like there's some stones in the mouth. Experiment, do what makes you happy, okay? So maybe for this one, I want a stocking cap. I might do kind of like the oval for the bottom, the band of the stocking cap, and then an upside down U and a pom-pom. Pirate, you might, ooh, I can't think of a pirate head on the top of my head. Maybe you want, ooh, earmuffs. You could do kind of a backwards C and a normal shape C, and then connect it with a line. What other kinds of headwear can you think of? Maybe you want to do a sun hat. Maybe the snow girl or man or kid doesn't realize that it's the winter and they're wearing a sun hat with a little flower sticking out. Give it some variety. And now when you're in a huddle, you typically put your arms around each other, right? So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to just do some little stick arms that are going to overlap. So I'll do 2 parallel lines, and then I'll do the fingers, 1, 2, 3. They're kind of like the ends of a rectangle. And then I'm going to do this hand, and now this is way up top, so I'm going to imagine his hands coming from down here. And do my lines, and they might overlap, which is good. So when I get to the other one, I'm just going to pause so that they overlap. I'm going to do that for all of my snowmen. I'll do 2 parallel lines, and then 1, 2, 3. I kind of want to make it look like a stick. If you have a different idea for how you want to do yours, go for it. 1, 2, but notice how they overlap. So I'm jumping over all of the lines from the other stick so that they look like they're on top of each other. Go around, and now this one, ooh, they're pretty far away. This one's gonna have an extra long arm. And then the hands. So you kind of get the gist of it. Now you might want to start thinking about how you're going to color it. Use whatever you have at home. I have a lot of small details, and I find that crayons are kind of challenging to get small details with. So for this one, I might use colored pencils. And then just go ahead and fill it in with color. You could outline with a Sharpie if you have a Sharpie. That always makes it just look a little crisp and emphasize the lines, especially if you do kind of just the dots for the eyes and the smile like I did. You can outline it and then of course go back and erase any pencil marks that are sticking out. So let's say, just pretend I've outlined everything. You could also consider adding just a slight bit of shadow to your snowman. And to do that, I am going to make the edges of my snowman a little bit darker. Those are the parts that curl away. If the light's coming straight at it, the parts that are starting to turn, because it's round, are going to be a little darker. So very lightly, I'm just going to go around and kind of add a blue. I'm using blue as my shadow. You can do gray. I find that a lot of snow, the shadow on it tends to look blue though. You could do yellow if a dog has peed on your snowman. That would be a little gross though, so maybe not. I'm just gonna go around and add shadow. And then of course I would finish outlining it and I would finish coloring it in. Now for your frame, you could do a lot of things. You could go around and you could do snowflakes because it's right to snowman. You could do all the different hats you use in the corner. You could write something like let it snow or snowman huddle or something that goes with your picture. It wouldn't make sense if I put go Hawkeyes, go Hawks, if nothing on here had Hawks, right? We talked about unity and how it connects. So try to make your frame have unity with your picture. These are snowmen, so it's united because they're snowflakes. So I hope that made sense for you all. If you do have any questions, feel free to ask me in class, or you can send me an email if you feel comfortable doing that, shaquin.madison@iowacitysschools.org, or message me on Seesaw, whatever works best for you. I hope you enjoy, and I would love to see the final outcome of these. All right, have a great day, friends.